Hello everybody, this is a video for CSC 134, C++, and I'm going to start from the beginning this time. So let me go to what I have. I'm going to close my code space. And this should be a better example of showing you everything from scratch. I'm going to go here. I'm going to remove my old code space because I want to show you from the beginning. Okay. All right. In this video, I want to go through how you write a C++ program from scratch. We'll do it in one take, should be fine. I'm going to go to my repository. You should just call yours CSC 134. I have a different one because I have a different one for every semester. When I go to code, I want to click on CodeSpaces. It'll probably be here by default, so click this. Now click Create CodeSpace on main. And I'm going to walk you through the whole process. This is just an online editor that will let you run all your programs. Now, what should be correct this time is I have all my plugins reset for a brand new user experience. Okay, let's see if it works. Gonna need to load for a minute. Looks like it's good. It's gonna say this message. Sometimes you can ignore that. Task errors if it's the first thing that pops up. I've never seen that to be a problem. All right. So now what I want to do, I could go down to themes, and I like to pick a color theme. I'm going to use let's use Monachi. That seems fine. You could just find different themes that work for you. There's a lot of different ones in here, but I'm just going to use some of the defaults. There we go, great. Okay. So on the left side, you have some buttons. This is the Explorer, and it's just going to have files here. I'm going to make everything from scratch this time to keep the full video supported. This here is source control, and I'm going to walk you through how you can commit your changes, because again, once you put your changes on GitHub, you can go back to the GitHub, click on the file, and we'll finish up with that and show you how to submit to Canvas. Okay. That's how to run. I have the extensions. Now, you shouldn't have to fiddle around with extensions. Let's see how this works. I'm going to make a new file. I'm going to call it M1T1 demo CPP. Okay. And now you can see what happens. It says, do you want to install the recommended extension pack for this language? You do. This will allow you to use all the tools that C++ has. So you can build your program, run your program, all those things. All right. If GitHub really feels a little too confusing, there are other options, but I promise this will be pretty simple once you get used to it. I'm going to load the pre-release. That's the beta plugin. It's probably fine. I could have skipped that, but I want to click every single link on the page so you can see what's going on. That's installing. While I'm doing that, I'm going to start writing my program. So I'm going to click over here to make a little more room. Okay. Let me, again, up top, my program I type here is the output. So I'll do the whole thing from scratch. My name, and I'm doing this again on 9/9/25. That's good. Okay. Put my magic words. I hope this is readable. You know, when you put a thing on a comment, it kind of grays it out to let you know the computer's ignoring it, but it's information for you, the user, or for me reading it. That is going to let you use input and output. And that's going to let you use input and output without typing quite as much stuff. Now I write the program, int main. That's not a very exciting program, but I'm going to run it to make sure it works. Okay, I'm going to press the debug or run button. For you, it might, if two things pop up, like choose which one you want to use, just pick the top one. Now, what's going to happen when you run the program, it's going to switch to the debug console and do some little chuggy chug to show you that it completed. But that's not showing you your output. You want to go to the terminal here to see what it did. And it just says done. Okay? That's great. We're doing really well. So let's go here. And I can see here that I have two files. This one with no extension is the binary, so that you can't read it. It's built from this. C++ compiles this to a binary file and then runs that file. That's the thing that returns 0 to say everything's good. Think of it as 0 errors. I'm going to say here started M1T1. Now this is the part I really want you to watch carefully. All the pop-ups should be exactly like yours. You have to do a few steps. I'm going to hit commit. It did not do it. Okay. Let me show you again from the beginning how that works. Okay, I'm going to go to settings. Okay. Let me pause this for a second. All right, I'm back. This should work. I made a few changes here, just added some lines. So I'm going to try it again. This should be what you get. So started M1T1. Perfect. So you're going to see this page. All right. You can click always, and this page will not pop up again. But the safest thing is to say yes. You're going to have more clicks, but that way you won't have an issue. So I'm going to say yes. And so now that they're staged, remember when you commit, this is like committing is putting something in a box to send it back to Amazon. Sync is actually mailing that box. And it says this will pull and push. I could do don't show again, but again, I'm going to leave it the same so you can see how it looks. And that's going to push the changes I made, which is just the initial file, to GitHub. Okay, looks happy. So now what I want to do, I'm going to go over here and hit refresh. And when I look here, I can see the last change for this file was now. And sure enough, there's my program. It's not done, but I want you to know this link here, the github.com link, that looks like this. That's all you submit to me. You give me that, I get a screenshot included. I can go click the link and go directly to the program, see all your changes. It works out great. So let's finish the program, and I really appreciate everybody's patience. So we'll just say here, greet the user, and I'll say cout, hello user. Right, I'm just going to say that end L. It's a lowercase L. That's not a 1. Looks like a 1, I know. End line. End L stands for end line. I'm going to run this program. If it goes to the debug console, you need to click back. I just want to warn you that, so you can see what's happening. And here it says it worked. It's great. So let's add a little more to this, and I'm going to ask the user's name. This is a little bit extra, but it's good to show you. That's a variable name. It's going to hold the user's name. I say cn name. Notice the arrow's facing the other direction because it's going into the name mailbox. Variable is just a box you hold things in. And now I can say cout, nice to meet you, name. Okay, now I've got a program that does a couple things. It says, hi, what's your name? Let's show you how you talk to the program. Down here, you have to click this to see it turns in. My name is TeacherBot. Nice to meet you, TeacherBot. So my program has succeeded. Everything's great. In fact, I added a little bit extra by asking the user's name. Okay. You could ask other things like what's your favorite thing, your foo. So now I'm going to say here I finished M1T1. When I hit commit, it's going to do the same thing. Again, I'm going to leave it like this so you can always see what I'm doing. I hit sync changes, you say yes. And with that commit and sync, put it in the box and then sending it on, you have your code on the server. You'll need to refresh this page. And there we go. Great. So I'm going to take this link, copy it, and just to prove it works, I'm going to open up a different browser and paste it in. Why would I do that? Because if you accidentally use, the code space, you can't see that from another browser. But this link is good to anybody because you have a public repo, you're showing off your work. So here's the code. The link I pasted is all you submit. And I really appreciate it. I'm sorry to have recorded this again. I hope this is helpful. Thanks a lot.